on, Grace family, and welcome back to another midweek check-in. As you can see, a lot of you are here. We are in the middle of VBS week here at our church, and there's so many of you helping out and volunteering and living out what we talked about last Sunday. So one thing I did want to look at, I just want to reread a verse that we were talking about last Sunday. We're continuing to look at the invitations and challenges of Jesus. And so we looked at Matthew chapter 9. We read verses 9 through 13, and I just want to read verse 13 for us today. This is the challenge that came after join him as one's disciple. And so verse 13 of Matthew chapter 9, Jesus says this. He says, "Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice." And so we kind of dove into that a little bit, and we learned that what Jesus is saying here is that it's not so much about what you do, but it's about who you are. And when we take time to let His character, His Holy Spirit fill us, then the doing naturally takes care of itself because it's Him overflowing in and through our lives. And so that was a challenge with VBS going on. It's one of those things that there's so many things we feel like we have to do, and the right program, the right thing at the right time. But really, it's just being Jesus and letting Him overflow in our lives so that He accomplishes and He does what He wants to through us. And so I just wanted to share a quote with you this week and a little bit of my own background and kind of trying to learn that. I'm definitely still learning that and applying that to my life. But prior to me becoming pastor here, I had a lot of those questions. A lot of things came to my mind as, okay, well, what happens in this situation? What do I do? Or what program should we put here? Or what structure should we put in place here? And just having these conversations with people, my grandpa brought this quote to my attention. It's a quote I want to read to you today. But there's a conversation that's going on between two men, John Ortberg and Dallas Willard. And John asked Dallas this question. He says, "Dallas, how can I help people in my church grow spiritually? Because I would really like for it to be happening more than it is. What do I need to do?" Dallas's immediate response was, "You must arrange your life so that you are experiencing deep contentment, joy, and confidence in your everyday life with God." My first thought was, I didn't ask about me. I asked how I could help people at my church grow. What books should they read? What program should we put them through? What are the services we should have? And then Dallas said this, "The main thing that you bring to church is the person that you become. That's what everybody will see. That's what will get reproduced. That's what people will believe. Arrange your life so that you are experiencing deep contentment, joy, and confidence in your everyday life with God." And so you may be hearing me say this and be wondering, okay, that's great for you, but what does that have to do with me? That's advice for a pastor, but what does that have to do with me? And I just want to encourage you that this applies directly to your life as well. Whatever situations you're going through, whatever family experiences you're having, whatever's happening at work, it's not so much, okay, what do I do at the right thing, at the right time, the right system, the right program? That same thing still applies. It's not what you do, it's who you become. And so it's just another way to re-emphasize what we talked about this last Sunday. And I want to continue to encourage you in the middle of your week, whatever to-do list you have going through your mind, let's focus in on not so much what we do and neglect Christ, but let's focus on giving ourselves over to Jesus, letting Him fill us, His character overflow through us, and then trust that He will take care of the doing. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me this week. Thank you for all of our volunteers. If you're not out here, continue to pray over them and this ministry. And if you're at home and you're just going through a regular week, continue to focus on letting Christ flow through you. And we'll look forward to continuing to learn alongside of you next Sunday. We'll see you here Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thanks, church.